I had a hot, I had a hot thing put in my heart out with yeah, they about like a couple weeks ago I was in the hospital. They had put a what they call a stent in my heart. It make it pump your blood. Then I had I had transfusion. I had didn't have enough blood or something like that. And it put about 2 gallons of blood in me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm home. I'm home. Rose just went back to work a couple of days ago, but she got a sister over here looking out for me while she gone. And I didn't know they invited. Tony just called and told me, and Tony called me all the time. But Jensen don't call that much. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you feel better. And you in the ICU, right? Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah. That's what they do. Hearts, like the heart attacks and all that stuff, you know. You probably coming out of there pretty soon. Was healthy at? When you go in? When did you go in there? When they take you in the hospital? Yesterday. Oh, yesterday? Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, during the day it was? Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you feel better. You been walking a lot? Mm. Well, maybe you walk too much. Oh, yeah? When you quit walking, that's when you start feeling bad. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? Oh. Huh? Yeah, no, I just heard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just turned 81. I know you 2 years old. years. It got to be about 2 years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thanks for calling, man. I don't know if I'm be here, but I'm
Okay, I'll be calling back and checking on you.
okay. Get her tell her we love
Okay, I'll do that, y'all.
her. Okay.
Okay, tell her I'll say hi.
I still will. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sound pretty good.
Yeah, he said he stopped walking.
But especially, I know, this is tough. Some of the sweet spots where we've
Don't
been
even
to
walk,
some
he was
snow
doing fine.
earlier this week. The
See,
reason that
he
we're
was-
so much
okay.
He had
yesterday is
operation
now we're
on that.
including Saturday. We
What,
just
like
included
2
Friday
years
last
ago?
night.
Uh-huh,
That
on
was
his
a
heart.
widespread, 2 to
Uh-huh.
upwards of 4. So
Yeah, when he
we're not
stopped
gonna find
walking,
the
that
numbers
circulation
adjusted
slowed
Friday.
down.
Yeah.
On the
Saturday,
clot.
if the plan accordingly.
Mhm.
11 right now in
Yeah.
Buffalo. Figured I'd show these
Yeah, I don't
winds
know
right
what
now
they
under
did.
10 miles per
Else
hour.
his
It's
wife
cold
told
enough.
me,
They can still produce some pretty gross wind
his
chills.
wife told me
-4, what feels
he
like
did
in Buffalo. -1 to 7 degrees above our overnight
they
low temperature
put
range.
a new hot
Winds will
in,
mostly
but
be
she
going
don't
light.
know this.
The
She talking about
northwest wind will continue though off Lake Ontario.
I wonder if
That's
he got a
partially why
valve
I've
put in
included
there.
the chance for a
Heart
few little
valve.
spotty snow showers, if not just flurries, especially in Niagara County during the first half of the overnight hours. Temperatures Sunday come crashing right back down behind this system. So we may fire up a little bit of limited lake effect there. A few light snow showers Monday. I think a noteworthy piece here is that, midnight going into early next year, the beginning of
I don't know
2018,
what day
will be
these
cold
pills
when we
are.
stand
Did you
outside.
take- Oh, she already
It's
got
fun to
them
be
in the
outside
thing.
with friends during it,
Yeah,
but certainly we
I
want to
got
bundle
that.
up in
I
pretty
gotta
much
get
all your
some
gear. Wednesday, it looks like we got a break in the lake effect and the cool temperatures hold through
Yeah,
the
she got been there.
Kristen.
Todd, thank you. For your health this afternoon, the internet could help
It's
more
hard.
people get tested
It's
for
not bread either.
STDs. London researchers studied more than
The dinner
2,000
rolls
people. They
still
found
soft,
testing
but it's
rates for
getting stale
STDs
from
were
sitting out in the
nearly
air.
doubled. The group offered internet-based testing compared to those going to health
Yeah,
clinics
he had
to
a
get
heart
tested.
operation
Exercising
last
twice
year,
a week could
2
improve
years ago.
thinking and
Yeah.
memory in
You wanna
patients
stop
with
pepper on
mild
your food?
cognitive impairments. That's according to a new guideline for the American Academy of Neurology. Mild cognitive impairments is common with aging and can
We
progress
were in
to
the
dementia.
hospital.
Symptoms include becoming forgetful and having trouble with complex tasks. And a new study in the New England Journal of Medicine suggests
You know what
MRIs
they
are
did
safe
to
for
him?
patients with pacemakers. Safety concerns often
His
keep
wife
patients with
about
those
it. Yeah, they
devices
gave him a
from
new heart.
having an MRI, but researchers looked at
She-
1,500
she a
patients. They
Christian
found no
woman.
significant long-term problems.
Y'all,
A new study published in the Journal of American Medical Association finds
Oh,
more
she
pregnant
know
women
it.
are smoking marijuana during
Sure.
pregnancy. According to the CDC, the number of pregnant women smoking marijuana increased from 2.4% to 3.9% from 2002 to 2014. Many of the expecting mothers say they use it to soothe anxiety and morning sickness. Doctors still advise mothers do not use marijuana during pregnancy, even though some believe it's a more natural form of treatment.
Some really don't feel that it's risky until they really sort of discuss it with their doctor, despite our recommendation against using it, and helping them understand that we cannot be sure that this is safe in pregnancy. And then the other part of it is figuring out why they're choosing to use it.
Marijuana's effects on a fetus aren't clear, but the CDC warns it could cause low birth weight and developmental problems. A trial underway at a hospital in Boston could help save lives. It allows doctors to use genomic sequencing to screen newborns for about 1,800 conditions. Doctors could then start treatment earlier, hopefully saving lives. But it's also raising questions of privacy and discrimination. Tony DeCopel has more from New York.
The day after their daughter Cora was born, Lauren Stetson and her husband Kyle got an unexpected visit from a genetic counselor.
I was in full recovery mode.
That what?
As in, I don't care about anything.
The visitor offered a free DNA scan for Cora, a scan that the Stetsons learned could reveal disease-causing variations in their daughter's genetic code. Baby Cora is now one of the first healthy kids in America to have had her genome searched for hidden problems. Doctors found a partial biotinidase deficiency, something that Cora showed no outward signs of having. Had it not been detected, it could have caused a permanent drop in her IQ. Dr. Robert Green is a medical geneticist at Harvard and and co-director of the Baby Seek project, which enrolled Cora and is now recruiting hundreds of other families.
So you could potentially save a child's life.
But Dr. Green is also warning families about the risks, including breaches of privacy and genetic discrimination.
We can't predict what kind of
Try to remind her to get some vinegar.
by the time your child grows up. We can't predict whether there's some sort of privacy.
I like vinegar
Most
on my
importantly, we
cabbage.
can't predict the information's accuracy.
Many genetic variations turn out to be harmless, and even if not, most of the conditions Dr. Green's team is looking for still have no cure. Baby Cora is beating her condition thanks to a daily vitamin mixed into some yogurt. About 9 out of 10 families approached by Dr. Green and his team have declined the testing.
People are distrustful of information gathering. They're hearing about all these break-ins and hacks.
But Dr. Green believes the fear is temporary, and before long, most Americans will feel much like the Stetsons do already.
I always think that more knowledge is power.
The results of the current study, expected in the next couple of years, should help doctors and lawmakers decide how to use this technology responsibly. Tony DeCopel, CBS News, New York.
Next to News 4, it was quite a year in entertainment. Sexual misconduct topped the headlines. We're looking at the biggest entertainment stories of 2017 coming up next.
That is from the drink.
Want water?
Got some juice.
Lemon water.
Huh?
I get you some lemon water.
We got some juice in the fridge.
where the
Okay.
17-year drought comes to an end.
And the Bills were spoilers 2 years ago. How do they avoid getting spoiled this year?
Buffalo Kickoff Live, presented by Aspen Dental, Sunday morning at 11:30 right here on Channel 4.
What kind of fish is that?
luxurious.
Luxurious hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked from my job, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Working Hands, the #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keefe's,
Yeah,
got my
I
hands
got
back.
a couple here.
Luxurious hand cream.
Luxurious hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked from constant washing, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Working Hands, the #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my hands back.
You know
that room you want to redo? Make it fresh and beautiful in less than 3 days. Guaranteed.
Alright.
The entire store is marked down at Raymore and Flanagan. Save up to 27% on living rooms, up to 22% on dining sets and bedrooms. Save up to $1,000 on mattresses, plus get no interest for 72 months. The year-end sale with special holiday hours going on now at Raymore and Flanagan.
You're not worried about it with the plastic
The
on.
2018 Sportage LX for only $159 a month. Keeps light up the holiday sale.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it.
The plastic.
You? I had to have this.
I didn't even know that.
Wow. Love all of this. It lights up everything. Ah!
Let it grow, let it grow, let it
That's
grow.
why it
With
feels a little
brand new
warmer in here
GMC.
now.
Earn
Got rid of
Wesley
some of the
switch to
grass.
GMC and get this low mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Terrain SLE for around $249 per month with $768 due at signing. We are professional grade. GMC.
Starting January 15th, News 4 is bringing you even more local news. Watch News 4 at 6:30 on CW23. It's local when everyone else isn't.
Entertainment was dominated this year by accusations of sexual misconduct involving some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Daniel Nottingham has more on that and the other top entertainment stories of 2015.
Harvey Weinstein's stunning downfall kicked off a reckoning throughout Hollywood and beyond. The mega producer was booted from the film studio he co-founded, following a New York Times expose revealing he paid off at least 8 sexual harassment claims over several decades. A spokesman denies any allegations of non-consensual sex. The scandal sparked the Me Too campaign, and opened the floodgates of sexual misconduct allegations against many powerful players, including Kevin Spacey, comedian Louis C.K., and Pixar chief John Lasseter. In August, Taylor Swift won her countersuit against a radio DJ she accused of groping her. Comedian Kathy Griffin lost her New Year's Eve hosting gig after appearing in a video showing her holding a fake bloody head of President Donald Trump. Political comedy propelled CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to the top of late-night ratings.
If your baby is going to die, and it doesn't have to, it shouldn't matter how much money you make.
And an emotional Jimmy Kimmel waded into the healthcare debate after his son was born with a heart defect. Selena Gomez revealed she had a kidney transplant as a result of her battle with lupus. At age 74, singer Barry Manilow revealed he is gay, saying he waited so long to come out because he did not want to disappoint his fans. The year's top-grossing film, Beauty and the Beast, featured a gay character for the first time in Disney history. 75 years after her creation, Wonder Woman finally starred in her own movie. The female-directed blockbuster earned more than $400 million domestically. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is still a force at the box office. The film marks Carrie Fisher's last on-screen performance. La La Land. A mix-up with the envelopes at the Oscars. La La Land was wrongly announced as the Best Picture winner instead of Moonlight.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale became the first streaming series to win the Best Drama Emmy. Ariana Grande held a benefit concert in Manchester, England, after a deadly terror attack at her show. And a Las Vegas country music festival became the scene of the deadliest U.S. mass shooting.
Crazy people.
Two rock frontmen, Chris Cornell of Soundgarden and Chester Bennington of Linkin Park, both took their own lives. Fans also said goodbye to music icons Glenn Campbell and Tom Petty, as well as legends Hugh Hefner and Jerry Lewis. Jennifer Garner officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. Janet Jackson split from her husband just after becoming a first-time mom at 50. And George and Amal Clooney welcomed twins, as did Jay-Z and Beyonce. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And just to clarify, those, of course, were the top entertainment stories of 2017. Next News 44, the countdown is on to the big ball drop in New York City, how NYPD is preparing for the big crowd weeks after the terror attack in Times Square.
And still ahead on News 4, we are looking at the process of what it takes to make a football field an ice rink. That story coming up.
Hi, I'm Bill Hayes with Turnbull Heating. It's time to consider converting your heating system to
They just let you know your medicine ready.
$1,800 annually for 3 days of natural fuel
That's
conversion
recording.
rebate program. Time to save money on your energy with
Yeah, they play the recording, say the medicine ready.
It's Basil's 2017 year-end celebration. We're celebrating amazingly low prices on over 3,500 used and new vehicles priced to sell at 11 Basil locations all over Western New York. Only at Basil's 2017 year-end celebration.
Drunk driving is dangerous. That's why William Attar is once again sponsoring Safe and Sober Free Ride Home program this New Year's Eve. For your free ride, download the Designated Drivers of Buffalo app, then go to williamattar.com for all the details to get your free ride code. This New Year's Eve, remember, if you need a safe ride home for both you and your car, the ride is provided by William Attar. Get your free ride code at williamattar.com.
Honey, I said sweet potatoes.
Yes, you did.
I drink a lot of liquor, but I
Shrimp? Apple pie.
You drink more?
Oh, well, in that case, I can.
You're drinking liquor, make you feel full.
To Drive is at the Start Your Own Legacy winter sales event for leases starting at $289 a month at your local Infinity retailer.
That brother died, he was 3 years old, 2 years old.
Where does he live?
Live in Jacksonville.
I could see that.
No, he lives in Fort Pierce. I got him.
Oh, Fort Pierce.
And when they called me, he lives in Jacksonville.
Okay.
He me and his wife live in Jackson.
With your first look at the day's top stories.
Oh, that's the one within the service?
Broadcast. This is News 4 at 4.
The one that
In
lived
your
in
top report,
Fort
30,
Pierce,
Team
he
USA
wasn't
will
in the
take on
Army.
Canada outside at New Era
His
Field in
own
Aslan for the World
business
Juniors.
in
The
the
World
lawn
Junior Committee
service.
has been keeping a close eye on the
There's-
forecast. They
there's so
decided
much-
this afternoon the weather conditions
there's so
will
much
be safe for the
business.
players.
Wow.
Those making the
couldn't
ice
keep up
say
with all
it's
of
been
it,
difficult to transform the turf
so my
into a
oldest
rink
brother
with
went
the
to
very cold
Florida.
weather we've had this week. News 4's
And
Ellie Ingersoll is
put
at
my
New Era
brother
Field with a look at the process.
Ahead of
It's
the-
been a
ahead
rather
of the-
lengthy process, but as you can see, this field has been turned into an ice rink. Team USA is warming up right now, and on Friday they'll make history as they take on Team Canada during the first ever outdoor international game.
Complex here, complex here.
This is a first, it will never happen again.
And they get a
It's
check
happening right
once
here
a
in
month.
The planning process began more than 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
now here we are,
Business in
down
the
to
South
less
when
than
it comes to
24
lawn
hours
care.
away from when the puck will
And,
drop
he
here
got
at this
the
rink
check.
outside at New Era
The
Field.
check was made out to him and Charles
Donald
Bull.
Mosier is a senior director at Ice Rink Events.
And
He
was
spent the
back
better
in
part of
deposit
almost 2
check
weeks helping transform the turf
and
into an
make
ice
Charles
rink.
check
Now
out.
we're just
for his
grooming the ice
40
and making it
spot.
skatable. The worst
put
thing
it
is
in
the
our
cold
bank
weather,
account?
'cause it's hard to
He
make
wasn't
good ice
wrong
in
with
cold
putting it
weather.
in his
Now
bank
that might
account.
sound a little
took-
odd, but
he took
Mosher
the
says
check.
the ideal ice making
Oh, he didn't
temperature
get Charles
is
his money?
45 degrees,
Yeah,
which
he
is
give
much
it-
different
he
than
give-
what our
he didn't
forewarned
give
team is
he-
forecasting for game
like
time.
said, he-
They're saying it'll be around
different
18
parts
degrees
of
outside and
Atlantic they
feel like
worked
just
on.
6 degrees by the time
It-
Team USA skates onto the ice.
The chiller running, you're
Shit was
freezing
laid
to the
out
bottom,
to
and
him and
the
Charles
temperature is
Bull.
freezing the water that we're putting on,
And,
and you get some air in
He
between.
put the check in
And that's
back
bad
and
for
he
making good ice.
deposit
When the game
check.
starts, Mosier, who is best
And
known
he
as
make
Scooter,
Charles
will be
check out.
standing by with warm
His
water,
check
which
was-
they'll continue applying to the
okay.
ice, trying to minimize
he
the
wasn't-
amount of air
he
between
wasn't
the
giving
layers.
Charles all his
Scooter says
money.
it can be rather stressful making sure the
went on
ice
for a
is
long time.
just
He
right, but
should've
there's
just let
nothing
him
like
catch
this
his own check.
experience, watching fans
Yeah,
and
it went
players
on for a
enjoying
long
hockey
time.
in such a unique setting.
When I was down there, that's when they got busted out.
Makes it worth
So
it.
I
Now, once again, Team USA takes
I
on Team
told
Canada at this
Charles
rink right here at New Era Field.
it-
Puck drops at
it-
3 o'clock on
things
Friday.
it
Tickets are
wasn't
still
going on
available.
right, I
For
knew
information
about
on how to get there, just go to our website,
That was it for
WIBB.com, and click on the
almost a
Founded
year.
on 4 section. Reporting from New
And,
Era Field, Allie Ingersoll, News 4.
after I left,
Allie, thank
No,
you,
when
and Tommy,
Charles
give the
was back
players
in
so
there,
much
so one
credit.
day,
Hopefully, moves
asked
around a lot
about
will
it.
help, but
So
still,
they-
it's still gonna be cold.
I know, it really will be. I
That's
feel
enough.
more for the spectators, in
So,
that case, the fans
Yeah,
being out there.
yeah, very true.
What's really cool about it, I just figured, I mean, you don't even need chillers for temperatures like this, but I know nothing about making ice rinks. But in this case, a backyard ice rink's a good buddy of mine put someone in Grand Island. It's gonna be all set up for weeks here, and this is gonna look good. So one other thing that happens with cold temperatures is sometimes we get all these different things that can happen. One of them is ice crystals in the atmosphere and ice pillars. These really are, this is one of the better pictures I've ever seen of them. Taken 6:45 this morning in Glenwood, New York, right near Kissing Bridge, and it's not anyone searching for aliens, it's actually just
Well,
Uh,
it's his fault for taking the money.
ground lights reflect up through, or kind of channeled up through the ice crystals. Temperatures certainly cold enough to support any type of ice across western New York right now.
That's messed up.
Finding a lot of single digits as you get inland, especially in
Your
Allen
own flesh
County
and
and
blood.
interior portions of Genesee
Yeah,
County.
wow.
It's 8 right now, Monroe, 12 at Orchard Park. You get the idea, especially for folks out there even skating today. I think it makes you skate faster,
Money
a
is a
little bit
bad
harder.
thing
And
for
I
playing
told
family.
Certainly made me ski a little faster this
you
morning.
can't take it
5 right
money
now,
when
it's
you
all
die.
that 3 $3 So
Now his
looking at
wife
the wider
is,
view of things, tonight we're not going to see these numbers drop a
well, he got
whole
married
lot
to
more.
this
I mean, my
woman, his
overnight
wife
low
died.
range is -1 to +7 degrees.
And,
7
he
is even
got
for those of
married
you
to
along the
another
immediate
woman.
lakeshore.
She
Because we're
was,
not going to see that much wind. You should see a better chance to get back into those lower, mid, at least single digits tonight. This wind has been enough to put a minor wind chill in the air, and at times, especially in Niagara County, drive a little bit of light snow off of Lake
And
Ontario.
he
Now,
got married
some of it's been
to-
getting into Orleans County as well. A few of these pockets have managed to
I met him.
sustain during the daytime a bit longer than we were expecting yesterday. So there's some minor slick coating. Certainly be safe as you travel around there tonight, because at this point, obviously, anything that hits the ground will stick. The better chance for snow really gets going tomorrow. And I know this winter storm watch starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Really, we start to get into the better chances for snow showers showers across this entire area of western New York by
trucks.
late morning and early afternoon tomorrow. but then it continues with some lake involvement, especially as we get into Saturday. So I will say, for Friday, totals are very manageable. It's Friday night into Saturday where the totals start to look closer to a foot for some of those higher elevation areas, and that in some cases already have maybe 30 plus inches on the ground. So we'll
You
take
ought
a
to
look
hold
at those
it
numbers
against
coming up in
yourself
my
for
next
taking the
segment.
money in
But
the first
as far as
place.
those concerned tonight, limited
Just
to a few
trying to find
flurries
somebody else
here
to
and
blame
there.
it on but
A
itself.
better chance really starts to work its way tomorrow. So I'll show this at least for the first half of the overnight hours, mostly quiet. Tomorrow to start the day, mostly quiet, and then you get into that 2, 3 o'clock time frame. And yes, during the game at New Era Field tomorrow, we do expect to find some light snow working its way in. I do not expect to find more than an inch on the ground by the finish of the game and when people are heading home. But for what it's worth, they may have to battle a little bit of snow and that ice condition out there. Looking at the temperatures, there's for tonight. A lot of areas with light winds. We will still see a little bit of breeze off of Lake Ontario. So coming up more on the snow for tomorrow.
Plus you steal the money from the
Thank
land
you.
up
And
there.
remember, you can get the latest forecast in the palm of your hands anytime. Just
You got land up there in Alabama, my daddy left.
You can customize your neighborhood and
Yeah,
our
see, we
Forewarn Doppler radar.
going to
It is free
paying
for
the
your
taxes
phone
every
or
year.
tablet.
And we was leasing it out to the white man.
President Trump is back at his golf club in Palm
And
Beach today.
we
He
was
made his
being
first
Rose,
public
we went
appearance
to City
during his
Hall
fortification yesterday. The
with
president
my
visited
brother
the
and his
firehouse
wife.
where he touted his first-year
And
achievement.
they told us that if
Delaney
you
has
pay
very
the
latest
tax
from the
on
White
that
House.
land for 10 years, it automatically belongs to you.
Trump visited firefighters in West Palm Beach Wednesday afternoon,
So we'll see
thanking them
what
for their
time
service.
it
He
was
also
10
paused to
years.
pat himself on the
So
back.
so he couldn't pay the taxes no more.
A CBS News analysis shows the
He-
president
he-
has signed
he
more
got-
than
he
90
cuts a
bills
white
into
man
law
out.
since he took office. That number is hundreds
Because the
fewer
white
than
man
the
give
nearly
me a check.
700 pieces of legislation that one bill tracking
He cuts
website
the white
counts
man
as
out, the
signed
white
by
man
President
threatened
Kennedy
him.
during the same period. President
White
Bill
man in
Clinton
Alabama
and George
threatened him.
H.W. Bush also signed more
So
than
he-
200
if
bills
he
into
come up
law
there
during the
again,
same
he
time.
was gonna
Mr.
shoot
Trump
him.
also took to Twitter, taking credit
And,
for an 83%
doing the big-
increase
doing
in
the big
arrests
thing.
for members of the MS-13 gang, and reducing the number of ISIS fighters
because
from
the
35,000 to 1,000 since he took office. Fresh off his legislative
taking
tax
money from
victory,
the
President
land,
Trump plans to hold a strategy
paying
session
the
with Republican
taxes,
congressional leaders at Camp David
and
the first
taking the
weekend in
money
January.
that he was
Spokesman
paying
for both
us
Senate
for
Majority
the
Leader Mitch
land,
McConnell and House Speaker Paul
and
Ryan
wasn't giving
confirmed
us
they
all the
contend.
money.
The
The man
president
had
is
a
hoping
check
to
up
notch
for
more legislative
$1,800
achievements
on
leading
the
up to the
table.
midterm elections.
It was during the
Lawmakers face
Christmas.
a number
It
of
was
issues
time
when they
to
return
pay
to
rent.
Washington,
So the
ranging
man
from
said,
immigration to the budget.
the man said,
More CBS
well,
News, the White House.
I got
The
the
state
check
of
already
Alabama
to
has
mail.
certified Doug Jones as the winner of the special
So,
Senate election. Jones beat
he
Roy
mailed
Moore
it
in a
to-
close race.
just
Moore refused to
don't
concede
mail it
after
to him.
losing the Senate race. He
So
filed an
ELC
election
don't know
complaint
we
claiming
saw the
voter
check.
fraud.
It
Alabama
didn't
election
check.
officials say they
ELC
found no
got
evidence
check,
of
he
fraud.
cashed the
Jones will
check.
be sworn in
It
January
made us a
3rd.
check out
At least
for
40
what he
people are
wanted to
dead,
give us.
including children, and dozens hurt after a suicide bombing attack
And
in
he
Kabul.
cheated
In
us.
moments after the attack, survivors searched through
And
debris to
I
find their
got
loved
tired of
ones.
this
At least
shit. I
3
told
bombs were set
Real
off
he
at a
was
cultural
I
center
told
in the
I
city,
said
targeting
shit.
Shiite Muslims attending
In
a
the first
conference.
place,
Afghanistan's president says the attack
white
is a
man
crime against humanity.
threatened
ISIS
him.
says they are
He
responsible
said he
for
wasn't
the
gonna rent
attack.
the land no more.
We understand why
So,
we are a target. Unfortunately,
we had to have
it's a sad
fence
reality,
built
but we
around the
understand
land.
it. Bluntly, it is because of our values as New Yorkers,
And
because of
now,
our success as a
if nobody
pluralistic
rent the
city.
land,
New York City officials say they're stepping up security
It,
measures ahead of New Year's Eve. It's in response to 2 recent
the
terror
government-
attacks in the city. Police say
the
125
government
garages
was
will be
giving
closed
us
around
so
Times
much
Square
money
with no
every
way
year
for
for
cars
not
to get
color
in
painting
or
the
out.
land.
Bomb-sniffing dogs and
And
police
we
will be
did-
on
we-
standby at entrance
we
points.
get a
New York
check
City's
every
court
year,
reported
so
if
they
you notice
pay
your
the
smartphone
taxes.
acting up recently, don't worry,
So we
it's
trying
not
to
you,
sell
it is the
land now.
cold. What experts
Put the
recommend
land
to
up for
protect your
sale.
device from permanent
So-
damage.
So it's in the land is in the
Must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it.
in the real estate hand now, seeing trying to sell the land.
Wow.
So we was asking for what, 400,000 or something like
Let
that.
it pro, let it pro, let it pro.
So,
With a brand new GMC, current eligible lessees can get this low mileage lease on this GMC Acadia SLE1
Yeah,
for around $252 per month,
so
zero
now-
down payment, and $252 due at signing.
Remember,
We are professional grade.
the people in Alabama said,
offers everything you need in affordable resort style
if
living.
he,
Spacious, modern, one and two
if they
bedroom,
don't, nobody buy that land
24-hour maintenance and
in
parking facilities.
Williamstown,
Williamstown
6
offers
months or a
programs
year
and
or
activities,
something.
as well as a shuttle service, athletic
And,
facilities, and a heated swimming pool. You don't move in,
It go
Williamstown
right
will
back
help you back in
into
Williamstown Village makes resort
real
style
estate
living easy and
sales,
affordable.
but they won't charge us that.
970-4747 today for information.
So,
Tired of working a dead-end job, knowing that you have so much more to contribute,
yeah,
want to change the lives of the children in your community?
doing a lot of
Community
shit.
Action Organization of Western New York
Road
is now
today.
hiring for its Buffalo and Niagara Falls schools.
She got
Certified
road,
degree and
whatever that
entry-level
would
teachers
mean.
who are interested in changing the lives of the
We-
children and
we got-
families that we serve, please give us a call at 716-878-0220
She got pictures where we took off
or
the
visit us on
land
the web
with
at
cotton growing.
stereo.ny.org. Come on out and get a job that will change your life and invest in changing the lives of the children of Western New York.
Wood, timber growing.
That's the new man, huh?
Yeah.
It's getting a little close to my ride.
My brother was trying to beat us out, trying to get it. And he's always going, always going.
Full lineup of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Y'all see his, those one Joe passed
No
away.
money down. That's right, just
He was next to
$349 a
one.
month with zero down.
And Charles was next to Joe.
We have a lot more
Charles
happening for
is,
Ford, but first let's check in with News
83.
4's Dave Graber to find out what's ahead at 5 and 6 o'clock.
Yeah, he
tonight. Hi, Dave,
83.
good afternoon.
Christy, good afternoon. We're following some breaking news
So I'm
tonight. A
81.
high-ranking member of Erie County government has resigned. We'll tell you the serious criminal charge that he is now facing in Albany. Also tonight, city firefighters are working around the clock and in awful conditions early this morning and overnight to put out the flames. We'll tell you how exhaustion played a role in extinguishing the fires, what officials are urging you to do as you keep warm this winter. Also, as the temperatures drop, we put on more and more layers, but also a friendly reminder to keep your furry friends safe in this unbearable cold. We'll tell you what experts say that you should do to protect your pets and also how you could be breaking the law if you don't do it. Also on News 4 at 6, this is the first holiday season in 2 decades that a Buffalo man is spending outside of prison. Corey Epps was freed from prison earlier this month after his murder conviction was overturned. Coming up on News 4 at 6, our Jen Schatz is sitting down with Corey and his family as they celebrate his long-awaited homecoming. You're not going to miss that story as well. We'll have all those stories and much more coming up on News 4 at 5 and 6. Christy?
Dave, thanks. We'll see you soon. Taking a look at what's trending, Chance the Rapper tops the 2017 Celebs Gone Good list. The tally is by the global nonprofit DoSomething.org. It recognizes celebrities who use their platforms to raise awareness for good causes and help affect social change. Music makers dominated the list. Ariana Grande ranked second, and Rihanna was number 3. And speaking of charitable celebrities, Stan Lee is celebrating a big birthday. He's the creator of comics like Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the Hulk. He turns 95 years old today. Wow, happy birthday to him. And when it comes to neighbors, Americans say they want to live next door to the fictional couple Penny and Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. They were ranked the most desirable TV neighbors for 2018, according to the real estate tracking site Zillow. The Simpsons were ranked the least desirable neighbors for this year. Wow, pretty interesting. And Todd, I can definitely understand why The Simpsons would be ranked the least, but I don't know about you. I feel like maybe like the cast of Friends would be fun to have as neighbors.
That'd be all right. I'd like Peter Griffin, Family Guy. I'd like
That's a
them
good
to be
one.
next door neighbors.
That's a good one.
On the other side of Quagmire and the rest of them.
We could go on for days.
Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island too originally, so that's part of my attachment to that fantastically ridiculous show. At least right now, hopefully neighbors helping neighbors as far as keeping sidewalks clear, things like that. Today was at least easy to do that because we didn't have any additional snow. A few spots to the north with some very minor coatings in Niagara and Orleans counties. But I will say, for tonight, we're going to start to see some of that blue in the skies. They're disappearing. We're going to see clouds rolling back in across western New York as our next system approaches. we're not talking any big time snow to start with, but I kind of alluded to this in the top of the show here that we are going to start seeing some lake involvement as we get into especially Friday night and Saturday. So there's the next system. It is going to bring some widespread snow potential in western New York, but at least right now, mostly quiet conditions. As that gets closer, it's really into, I'm thinking late morning tomorrow that we start to see the better chance for some snow to work its way back in. But these little pockets that are barely showing up on radar, those are some of the ones I was just alluding to. For some of you today, there has been some minor additional snow, but at least for some of the spots with 30 inches plus on the ground, we haven't really added anything to that, at least today. Today was the day to take a rest, maybe work on the plow for some of you. There's a look through the early morning hours, a few flurries here and there, that's about it. Tomorrow into early afternoon is where we start to see the better coverage, especially in Erie County. But I can't completely rule out mid-morning to get some snow showers even into Chautauqua County as well as, say, western Cattaraugus. But as this gets going, burst of snow, not a long-lasting type piece of this. So it's going to come in a couple waves. So there's 6 p.m. This is why we're thinking during the juniors, that international game out, Cap may find a few lighter snow showers, up to about an inch by the end of the game, but I think even that's a little bit strong. So I'd say adjusting to half-inch numbers. Then you get to the overnight hours through early Saturday morning. This is where we start to tap in a little bit more to the lake, and there will be a little bit of a southwest component in here. So it's tough to parse in this model what is lake effect and what is just lake enhanced snow. So we'll just say some of this is from that actual system rolling through, and some of it is thanks to the lake, and especially this piece, because then the winds kind of go west, and you start to get a little bit of west-northwest in there later Saturday. That will bring some snow showers onshore for our northern counties as well that are focused down here across the southern hills, and you get the idea. It's just another one of these maps, but for Friday itself, I'll say this technically covers the entire time frame for the winter storm watch that is in place, or that will be in place from southern Erie County down in Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties. Thing is, for Friday itself, during the actual daylight hours, 2 to upwards of 4 inches looks like the upper end of things, and then we add more to it. So that's where we get some of these better numbers, especially down the hills, and of course that involves the lake piece of things. Temperature-wise, yeah, I mean, it's cold. It's been cold all day. Lake temperature now on Lake Erie, 3 degrees below average, but we still have a lot of wide open water. It's about 15% ice coverage. Almost all of that is down towards Toledo. There are a few pockets in Long Point Bay. I mention that because we still have this cold air coming in over that relatively warm lake. Feels like temperatures, there's not even that much wind, and it's coming in at -1 right now. So for tonight, I don't think wind chills will be any kind of an issue. The northwest winds really start to settle down for all areas to mostly light conditions, except for Niagara and Orleans counties. So there's still that chance for a few of these lighter flurries here and there. Temperatures -1 to 7 degrees above. That's about it. So we're starting off another morning with these cold temperatures, just testing out your will to get out of the house and maybe for your car to start. Looking at it into Sunday, minimal light snow potential. So the real window here is Friday into Saturday itself. Sunday, chance for a few lighter snow showers, but much colder temperatures. That's behind that system. That'll help drag even more cold air back down across the eastern lakes. So high around 6 degrees. That's more than 20 degrees below average. And I will say for the ball drop into the first moments of the new year, we are talking single-digit temperatures that will eventually dip below 0, mainly after everybody's gone to sleep for the night, and then into next week. Still, some of those cold temperatures continue. It still looks like between the 6th and 7th of January, we may get a break in this extreme cold and end up back around average in the lower 30s. Christy?
Tom, thank you. You might have noticed your cell phone battery acting up in the recent cold weather. The bitter cold can lead to rapid loss of battery power. It's because below freezing temperatures causes a chemical reaction that slows your phone's lithium-ion battery down. And it's not the only device at risk from the cold.
It's all the batteries that phones in general use and laptops. So one thing I always tell people, never leave your laptop in a car in freezing weather. You can actually ruin your battery.
Experts say don't plug your phone in right away without giving it a chance to warm up. That could permanently damage it. For your money this afternoon, a growing number of travelers complain that resorts, urban, or facility fees can add up as much as $50 to your bill. One watchdog says that 26% of more hotels are charging extra fees compared to a year ago. But an effort to crack down on those fees is hitting a roadblock in Washington. Ellen Warner reports.
It was the most expensive hotel room I'd ever paid for in my life.
When Lauren Wolf vacationed in Key West last year, she knew her $400 hotel room wasn't a bargain. But when she arrived at the front desk, she learned she'd also be required
required to pay a $20 resort fee.
Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. It's not fair, and it's just taking advantage of people.
Wolf's an attorney, so after getting mad, she got busy, starting a website called Kill Resort Fees to educate others. And she found she's not the only one who says they were blindsided by fees. This customer says, we got killed on undisclosed resort fees. Didn't know about them till we checked out. Another, very disappointed, $25 a day urban facility fee. I was charged this with no explanation of the benefits. Others complain the services they're getting for so-called resort fees don't add up. Resort fee included 2 beach chairs. There was neither a beach nor pool. Another guest wrote, if you charge $29 for complimentary recreation activities, then they aren't complimentary. Now, District of Columbia Attorney General Carl Racine is leading an investigation, along with attorneys general in 47 states and a dozen major hotel chains.
What these lodging companies do is they hook the would-be buyer with a lower rate, then spring the additional charge on them.
We found this Las Vegas hotel charging a room rate of $26 with a resort fee of $34. This San Francisco hotel adds a $20 urban facility fee. And this hotel in Arizona listed its resort fee of $50 underneath taxes.
What's illegal about it is that it misleads consumers as to what the actual price of a hotel room is.
Even properties with a certain famous name make money off resort fees. We found 3 trunk hotels in Florida and Las Vegas charge resort fees of $35, $20, and $24 for a potential $66,000 in charges per day. The American Hotel and Lodging Association told us the hotel industry